Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. I hope you're all doing well. And this has been a very cold um, day for us in Iowa. Very windy, very cold. Temperature is low, and it's kind of when you go out, it's kind of giving you a lot of freeze, right? And coming and inside and working out is good. So I have my treadmill inside in the basement beyond the yoga studio I have, and it's easy for me to get the walking that I want every day inside. Okay, lots of times it gets very icy, cold, and if you go out, you have the risk of falling and all the attendant problems, right? So lot of people really. Let me see this. Instagram paused, but it should be okay now. Okay, all right. So getting on the treadmill, which is on the basement, is one of the favorite things for me to do. And as I listen to music or just focus on talking with somebody, that's much easier. But I also have this alternate walking style where I may start with 2 miles per hour, then I can go to 2.5 and then 3 like that. There's a guest coming up. Let us invite that. Okay, my friend Mark. Okay, I haven't seen Mark in a few days. Hey, Mark.
So the common spelling of holistic doesn't have a W.
Yeah, but my holistic is different. It's not related with the.
I like yours better.
Yeah, this is like a whole
Of course.
of the body, mind,
Yep.
emotional body, and then also spirit, right? So the whole. Uh, there's another thing too. Yeah, our inner essence is really whole. It's not with any deficit or it's not that we can add something. It's already there. Our problem is we don't get into that. You got it?
Hey, Dr. Rao.
Yeah.
Dr. Rao, we don't have any problems. We got to remember that.
Yeah. But then unless you are end up in that real essence, you have problems of the body, you have problems of the emotions, you have problems of the mind and all that. So
But you say this and I say the same thing when I'm thinking clearly. We don't have any problems.
Yeah, but you're always thinking. You go beyond that.
I know. That's why I like listening to you to remind me.
Yeah, this workshop I have on Saturday at 10 a.m. Central and 11 a.m. Eastern, on the Zoom. I want to take the people whoever come there to stop a minute and assess themselves bodily, mentally, psychologically, and then emotionally, and see where they are and what they can do with the things that we have, the scientific tools or ancient wisdom tools, whatever. You can have a lot of things where people can maintain their wellness rather long and also enjoy their life, not just exist with medications only. So I hope to take people to the assessment and also giving them the sources to really find out what is wrong with them or what is not wrong with them. And in the afternoon session, I will have complete practical, whatever tools I talked about. You want to improve vision, what do you do? You want to improve your immunity, what do you do? You want to improve your physical prowess, what do you do? How do you want to enter emotional balance? How do you want to understand thinking like Mark does in thinking? How can he come out of that network? you know those kind of things. So it will be practical and oriented to people's personal. Maybe they have a back pain, or they may have a headache that's not going away with medications, or maybe they are not able to sleep. There's those practicalities we want to present them, so that if they can choose to come to my wellness club and carry on the whatever they initiated with the guidance. See, that's the purpose of this workshop?
Sorry, I just put it on my calendar, so I'm on, you know where I am. I'm in Tacoma, which is Pacific time.
Yeah,
So it
but this
starts
will
at
be
11 East Coast time.
yeah,
So
this will
8
be on
o'clock,
the
right? 8
Zoom though.
o'clock for me.
This will be on the Zoom, and they put the uh, invitation for the sign up on this profile, on the Noomby profile. But other places we're going to put it up today. Probably yesterday they were supposed to do. I think they are going to do it today. You know, so it's not like a regular meeting like this. It's a special workshop on the Zoom for people who want to come there.
And how long is it?
Morning session is 2 hours, evening session is 2 hours, in between 1 hour break.
Yeah, I have a family function to go to from, I gotta leave at, let's see here, basically 12 Pacific time.
Mm.
So that's 3. I got plenty of time in the morning.
Yeah.
So I'll participate in the morning. What
Yeah.
time is the afternoon session?
Central time of 1 o'clock. That is Eastern 2 o'clock. That may be 12 for you. Are you on the
So
West
I can
Coast?
participate. I can participate from like 11 to 11:30. I can participate in the afternoon one for 30 minutes.
Okay.
But that's it.
Yeah, it's a workshop. So whoever come, they just don't only listen. They will listen. They will ask questions, and also the implication is to handle your own health wellness with these tools, and then they don't have to do all of them. Then maybe they can initiate or they can get into, for example, if I talk about mitochondrial health, right? And there are things that you could do, and understanding the mitochondrial health is not everybody's cup of tea, but they will be participating in that kind of thing. Both the scientific breakthroughs and also ancient wisdom will be brought in, so that they can apply the wisdom from both systems into our regular modern life. That's what I'm hoping to achieve. Okay.
So I am in my office and I have finally all my books arrayed right in front of me. I can grab and the one here that you probably have never heard of, but you'll love it. And it's called, the title of the book is A Hidden Wholeness. Subtitle, The Journey Toward an Undivided Life.
Yeah.
Welcome the Soul in Weaving Community in a Wounded World by Parker J. Palmer.
Okay. Too many words, but that's okay. Good title. Yeah. I read the book of life of my life. So
Yes.
but that is okay. But people can start reading information. The important thing is how much they are applying in their life, right? That's what I want to help them with, if I could, and motivate them, show them the way, and lead them to that, and then let them walk it. That kind of thing.
You know, Dr. Rao, I have to say, and there's 14 other listeners on here, that the reason why I enjoy listening to you so much is because I've spent thousands of hours trying to understand non-duality and how it applies. You just speak it and live it.
Yeah.
So I understand it conceptually, but I wasn't born into it like you were. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think so, because I was also raised Western way, because the town I grew up.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, it's like I was missing all this till I came to this country, Mark, and then needed a lot of deconditioning of what I learned, and also really understand the hidden meaning of what they are doing. There was,
Yes.
for example, there was who is called Agastya. He's Agastya Maharshi. He's like kind of a real, enlightened man, and he spent a lot of time to devise the regular life, so that these spiritual principles and all that knowledge, without you knowing, it is in the lifestyle. you know but then there was so much mixture from the British invasion, Muslim, so many things have come, right? So we are adapting the Western lifestyle too, so it's a mishmash of everything. It's not like a pure culture there anymore, but it is there in the culture. If you want, you can go and find it. Like, for example, we can stay in America, we can worry about the freedom, but if you go to the founders, what they talked about freedom and all that, then you really understand why this American experiment is a valuable thing for the humanity. Like that. So if you understand the ancient wisdom and bring it to our life, it has tremendous value, at least for me in my life. And that's what I'm sharing with other people.
Yeah, my thing is I am a thinker more than anybody I've ever met, and not smarter, just think a lot.
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
No, you may be a smart thinker too. It doesn't matter. What it is there is a dimension beyond thought. You just have the taste of it, but you are not stationed in it. Once you are,
Right.
then you can use a thought, like I use the thought, right? I am using to cure patients, to help other people, to communicate, to have fun and joy. All those things are there. But only thing is, I always remember I am not the thought, but I am that beneath the thought. Remember,
I came up with this little graphic. I like graphics. So first of all, I have to say that I've never disagreed with anything you've said. So it's a reminder to me, and what you said a few minutes ago is super important to me. It's like, I don't care what I think. I don't care what my body does. All that I care about is actions that result in good collaboration.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to shut down your body to some extent. Not shut it down, but you have to recognize what it is.
Yeah.
It's not you. And you have to shut down your mind.
Yeah,
you have to recognize what it is. It's not you.
It's a strong association, because we think we are a body, and as we think we are our thoughts. That is it's kind of difficult for people to break through all of a sudden. It has to be through your own explosion, and then your own investigation, your own understanding, transcending that. That takes some time. Say, I'll give you a visual, because you were saying you use that,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
Remember, you go to come back, Mark. You're going to go out now. Okay.
Sure.
Remember, you go to a movie theater to see a cinema, right? And initially there's empty screen, and then they bring on uh, the movie later, right? Then you are involved in the movie, you are enjoying the story, you are weeping with the heroine, or you are really thinking good about the hero, whatever, right? And you kind of occupied with the movie. Then the screen is not in your memory. Okay, you are not aware of that, you are just aware of the movie. Perfectly okay. But the thing is, with this non-duality thing is, you are the screen under on which all the life drama is happening. You get caught in the life drama, then you forgot that you may never have seen the screen also. You may have come in the middle of the movie or whatever. But what it is important is understanding and keeping in mind there is a screen and under which this illusion is happening, the movie. And once you understand that, then you are really embedded in that being, abide in that being. And then life drama can go on. Mind, body, they're all tools for the drama. And then once you have that, you don't have that kind of attachment into the life drama that's happening. You are in the boat that piercing through the river, not touching any water into not allowing any water into the boat, but really going through the life like you're piercing through it without being touched by the life.
Yeah, I like it. Cutting to the chase, I've spent, I don't know, just pick a number. Like
it's not the time, Mark. It's not the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, it is your intuitive grasp that can happen.
My favorite guru, I'd say my favorite guru is Jiddu. He just is. He's like he figured it out to me, because he's an intellectual guy too. Yeah. Right?
But he never said he's a guru, though.
Oh, that's great. That's better.
No, he also said, dump all these gurus who say that I'm good. I know it. Yes. So actually, I kind of got. I was never like a guru worshipper or anything like that in India, because we were raised without any of that. Maybe some prayer to God and all that is there, but beyond that, they didn't force us to anything. And also, People are there, they call themselves guru, and there some people are genuine, some people are taking money and all that. So all those things we have seen, we kind of averse to that, and then we were staying away. When I came to this country, when I was first introduced to Jiju Krishnamurti, actually, he was a Telugu man born in Telugu, which is my language too, and he stayed in that.
Yeah, my good friend, my good Indian friend who introduced me to things Hindu, and he was my best friend for a few years, and he's still a close friend. He's Telugu.
Yeah, but what it is, I didn't know about Jiddu Krishnamurti in India. See, I came
Oh,
around.
really?
Yeah,
That's amazing to me because he's as famous as Gandhi from my
that's
perspective.
what I'm saying. Not that all the Indians are exposed to this deeper thing, but there are some. They're still surviving because some people really go into that and then understand it. But this when I heard him, it was remarkable, and also he is the one who really freed me from the sensation of I'm an Indian. Oh, Indians are great, they have this ancient all that, that was not there anymore, because I opened up myself to be a human, to be a world citizen, and stayed like that.
So just real quick, I've thought about this many times. Why wasn't the school that Jiddu founded and got the teachers and did his stuff? Why wasn't it successful? I haven't asked anybody else. I don't know.
Same as you, why weren't you able to see the truth?
Yeah, right.
They weren't able to see the truth too, because the truth is, kids are brought up, but by 10 years or 11 years, they're conditioned, so they get lost in that materialistic flow that is sweeping entire India too. But he wanted human beings who are caring.
I thought some of those kids were trained since they were babies.
No, 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 not at all. They took them around 8 or 10 years.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
No, it is not that. See, he kind of asks them think for themselves and not to be conditioned by the society, and also act for the good of everything and all. These were their ancient principles too. They also talked about preparing for the universe. So they took a child at 5 years of age and let him grow the trees, be a gardener, learn all the arts, also explore what is the real significance of life, and then use the whatever education they have, whichever capacity, to use for the welfare of the entire world. Even the kings are groomed such a way that they rule their kingdom like they are the father, and all the people are their children. That way, they are really nurturing the people and helping the people to live a good life. All that was called dharma, that was there. But what is great about Jittu Krishnamurti is he really invites you to think by your own faculties. Dump all the tradition, dump everything, and then come to the present moment and then really explore. I will tell you a small short story, you'll understand. I think this is applicable to you too. There is a Buddhist monk. He wanted to ask Krishnamurti a question, right? And that question is burning in him because he is nothing but just exploring internally what is life, what is purpose, all those questions, the deeper questions of life. And so he walks several thousands of miles because he doesn't have the money to take the train or bus, anything like that. But he walks. He walks thousands of miles to come to Krishnamurti's place. And he was finishing a morning talk, and then he was going into the bathroom and all that. Then he saw this monk, and then monk came and he stopped to talk to him. And the monk said, "I'm here all the way from that place and all that." Then Krishnamurti asked her, "You want me to ask me a question, right, sir?" Yes. Okay, before you ask the question, let's look at who is it in you that is trying to ask the question. Find out, is it your conditioned self or your deeper inner essence? That has, in sense, has to know all the answers. But who is it, this superficial mind, superficial chatter in the mind is asking question? Then he closed his eyes and he reflected on it, and he could see that this curiosity, his questioning, everything come from his chattering mind, right? And then he was not keeping quiet, and then asking questions for the coming from the inner silence. Then he said, "Yes, sir, you are right. I all this is false. It is going to go away. Today it is there. Tomorrow another thing come. So it is a fleeting thing of thought, which is temporary, which is not really me. My conscious being is inside. I can see that. Then he said, "Okay, sir, very good. You answered my question. I'm going to go away." He didn't even ask the question what he wanted to ask. Then Krishnamurti tells him, "No, no, no, sir. Don't be in such a hurry. Stay for a while." So he stays there for a while. He keeps silent, and suddenly the monk blurts out the question. "Oh, yeah, that's all very good, sir." That all became very silent, and I was able to really be in that silence. Very good. But how do I maintain that? What do I do? Then he said, "Again, who is asking this question? You went back to your old mind again. You are not silent." And the monk said, "Yes, sir, I don't have to come back to you again." You
I
understand?
totally get it. And to me, it's totally synonymous with your point about do whatever you do in the morning to get into this state of no mind. And then try to hold that as long as you can. Yeah, you're going to, get cut off in traffic, or someone's going to yell at you who's your patient, or something bad's going to happen, and you'll lose it. But remember, that's the place you want to live in.
Yeah. No, no. The thing is, you don't go to the no mind because a dissolution of mind is totally hard, arduous, but what you end up in is not that any thoughts, any mind, but then in your live present moment.
Right.
See, you are.
And the power of now captures this well, I think.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're always in your mind, not in the presence. That's what I'm trying to advocate. Be in your present moment.
Right. I get it. Yeah, I understand it. It's just a question of doing
Yeah,
it. Like
that's why I'm saying you don't employ your thought to do it for you because it has no capacity. But use your intuitive self to grasp this. That monk was able to grasp it, and one time is enough for him. He's not going to go back again to the same mind.
Yeah, I grasped it when I was 28, but I didn't know what to do with it because it's hard to.
You grasped it.
With the tools,
No, you did
you're
not
raised with
stay
the tools you're raised with,
like this movie, Mark. You are aware of the screen, but you forgot about that while you are in the movie, and that's what's happening to you.
Right.
So
I want to come back. I want to come back and share this metaphor that I read about, and it's a movie screen metaphor. So I'll talk about it in a minute.
Yeah, somebody's waiting. Let me see who it is.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. I got to go to an appointment, so I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Yeah, it is Meva. Let's bring Meva. Hi, Mabel.
Hi, how are you?
I am pretty good. How are you?
I am fine. I just came from I went my morning walk and then I went for my grocery.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
You say I was having this workshop on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
So I came to talk about, but Mark has the questions as well, answering them. But this holistic wellness is about how your physical body, how your
Uh-huh.
mental health, how your emotional balance, and how you relate to the world, and all those things will be. There are tools that we could use these days, but people stop at the physical level and they get some blood tests, some things, and then they try to do that, but they don't know how to not to worry about the condition, how to use the mind positively to repair the condition, that kind of thing. So I want to give them tools to be well for a long time, but also well in a joyful way.
Oh yeah, you know what, Dr. Ria, that sounds good because um um every day we have to be, we have to be in what do you call this?
Awareness of what's
Balance.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to balance, right?
Yeah.
So if you go deep in holistic thing, you it's not for for everybody. It's not easy.
No, it
It's a
is not
process.
easy, but it is for everybody to start at least.
Yeah,
Yeah, then
it's a process.
yeah, it's not like you can be all together changing in one day. It has to
Yeah,
take its own time, you know. So
yeah,
we got to be kind and compassionate to ourselves. Don't punish
that's
yourself.
right.
So what this is going to happen from 10 a.m. my time, Central Time.
Uh-huh.
That's 11 Eastern. And then for 2 hours we will have presentation of this concept and also questions and answers and tools that are there and then how to use them. All that information I will give, and then take a 1 hour for lunch and then come back in the afternoon 1 to 3 Central Time, when we do
Uh-huh.
all practical things of what we talked about in the morning.
Oh, yeah, it's a good start. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it is.
it's going to be on the Zoom though, so there is a link.
Uh-huh.
I think there's a small charge for that too. But whoever interested, they can come and work at it, and then if they want, they can come to my wellness club membership, and that's what we're
Uh-huh.
hoping to help more people through that. That way, at least my efforts are really resulting in good change in people,
Yeah.
transformation of people, not according to me, but according to what they want to. They want to be living well, they want to
Uh-huh.
reduce their suffering, and then they want
Uh-huh.
to live well in joy with suppose you have your son, you want to see your
Uh-huh.
grandchild, obviously you want to
Uh-huh.
live long, right? And then
Yeah, of course.
that's a powerful motivator for you to be holistically well.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm promoting as a physician, because what I see is a lot of chronic disease. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people are really coming at a stage where everything is damaged and then they can't live without medications and all that. What I want to promote is, how about really being preventative? How about really understanding what is proactive about my wellness? How can you be proactive? And then if you get sick, yeah, definitely go and see the doctor and the hospitals. But if
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, if
Yeah,
you are
that's
not,
okay. You know what, doctor?
yeah,
Doctor, you remember I asked you,
yeah,
and this one is, yeah, I asked you regarding this holistic approach.
mm,
Not only for the people who is outside, and
yeah,
then one question that if you remember, I asked you how we can help people, like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
that
that,
it's in the hospital, it's
yeah,
the inmate and
mm,
everybody,
yeah,
that how like this is already like holistic approach is already there, and
yeah,
some people it's not aware actually, but
yeah,
yes, some people know, but not all. So
yeah,
this is a good work.
yeah, because it is all around problems people have. Only then they go and pay attention to that. But what I want is, suppose somebody comes
Uh-huh,
heart attack in the hospital, I usually
uh-huh,
gather the family and tell them
uh-huh.
why he had heart attack, when it started.
Mhm,
Actually, you can cut open now vessels and see of people who die young, and then you can see
mhm,
already fatty plaques are forming there, you know. So 20 years, 30 years, it began to form on the endothelium, that is the inner layer of the coronary vessels. You can see that there. So that is really unbelievable, like younger and younger people, like 20s, 30s, having heart attacks, all that because of the bad processed diet, inactivity, and lot of mental stress. See, those three things, what I say is, I am not
uh-huh,
under mental stress, even though externally so many problems are there.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
That's how I react, right? And also, I eat
Yes,
sensibly, and I'm moving all the time
yes,
and keeping the
yeah.
mind silent as much as possible.
Oh. Yeah, you know what, Dr. Reyes,
Mm,
this approach is really helpful. I
yeah,
agree with this
yeah.
because some country, like especially Asian country,
Mhm.
they do this. They do this.
Yeah, but they are
For
influenced by Western lifestyle now, so many people are having the
yeah,
same problems there too. But
uh-huh.
it is in the culture. People who want to follow,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can
yeah.
follow. But then in India also, so much of
Uh-huh.
diabetes, so much of heart
Uh-huh.
disease, because they are aping American culture just like that.
Yes, yes. My father's side, my father, mom,
Mm.
she is already in 90s, and I it's so I cannot believe that she is already in the 90s, but she don't have any
Yeah.
maintenance.
See, See, that's our
Yeah,
lifestyle was
I
good.
agree with
Completely.
you.
Yeah,
That's why I agree. I agree this kind of thing because I can see
yeah,
I can see the result. And you know what? For me, I'm hoping that I will reach
yeah,
that age for my grandma. And now my grandma is still like it's she is very
yeah.
healthy.
You know,
Yeah.
what I look at it is a human problem. It's not one
Uh-huh.
particular country and culture anymore. We are all become one village, and so
Mm,
our culture is here, this culture is there, and all that. Why don't we take the best of both cultures? That's why I
yeah.
approach. Okay, I mean, America, I take the best of American approach of independence, freedom, and also
Uh-huh.
really developing our potential. I can express
Uh-huh.
myself as a physician, as somebody who is
Uh-huh.
practicing a mixed thing. There a lot of people
Uh-huh.
accept that, and also
Yeah.
you only have to convince them in the sense they have some doubt. Resolve it, to answer those questions. Just don't say, oh, my culture is superior than you. I never do that, because
Mm-hmm.
this culture they're adopting very quickly, and so, sometimes some of the cultures are not seen. They are swept away by the westernization of materialism, that is there too.
Yeah.
But if you really go and see, human beings are human beings anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. For
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's why I
Yeah.
kind of present these things applicable to a human being to be well
Uh-huh.
for a long time and also joyfully,
Yes. Yeah. That's right.
not
That's
miserable.
right.
It says, even if I suggest diet, sometimes patients say, you are taking everything away from us. What are you doing to us? then then I had a,
Yeah.
yeah, I had to
Yeah.
understand whether there was a patient who came and said, don't eat a flour, white flour. I told him because his blood sugar is going to the roof. And he said, I love it though. Then I gave him a solution. Eat what is important, what is good for you, like fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, like
That's
that
right.
in the beginning. And then at the end of the meal, eat something with white flour. That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
It's balanced.
Yeah.
If you know how to balance it, it's just it's very easy. Like I
Yeah.
can say that because
I'm not
for
even giving a
me,
balance. I'm giving all the good things first, and at the end of little cheating. That's that.
yeah, yeah. At least they have guidance. They
Yeah.
have guidance how to do it because
The
you
same
know.
thing with me because I grew up eating rice all the time, right? I continued
Me
in
too.
America also, but then I stopped it. How I stopped it is I take a lot of fruit first and then salad, and then maybe salad will have no nuts and all that. But at the end of the I may eat some curries with a little bit of rice, but at the end of it, I may eat something like a yogurt rice, which I like very much. Then I feel completely satisfied, even though I eat a little bit. You see?
Yeah, Dr. Ray,
Yeah.
that's how I do now here in America because
Good. Yeah.
we can see I can see a lot of option not only for rice. Like imagine for
Yeah.
the whole day I'm, sometimes I don't eat rice,
Yeah.
but I have vegetables, sweet potatoes,
Yeah.
anything. It's a combination,
You
but
see, as a person, you can take care of yourself very well because nobody is there to
yes,
stop it. You can educate and do it. But as a physician, I have to think of a lot of people who visit me and also my responsibility to the society, right? That's where I have to do these workshops, classes, and come and talk about them and educate as many patients as they come to my clinic. That way they have the privilege of education and implementation, and also somebody like me guiding them a little bit with whatever we know. So I'm promoting this in a major way, proactive wellness. That means, like Mabel is saying, that she is proactive about her wellness practices, adopt them everybody. That's what I'm saying.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, we are lucky here in Mumbai that
Yeah,
Dr. Radio, and
yeah.
anybody here that
No,
promotes
I,
this kind
I
of
go to
stuff.
all these coaches like a Kate or Doris or
Yeah.
a number of them. I go and I try to contribute what I can, and I support them too because
Yeah.
they are on the same vibe, right? So
Yes. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, we are lucky enough. The only thing we have to do, like me as student, as a listener, as a my family, I do love listening, and
Yeah.
I apply for it. That's it.
What
Because
I bring though is a little different because, first of all, I'm a Western trained physician. That means I'm
uh-huh,
scientifically grown. I'm still into the advanced sciences that are breaking through, right? That's one thing.
uh-huh,
Other thing
uh-huh.
is, I went into ancient wisdom rather deep and learned.
Yes, yeah,
What I learned
yeah.
there is more than my MD degree or my master's in biomedical informatics because they talked about universal truths. You
That's
know,
true. I agree with you
yeah.
100% for that.
But the thing is, many people are conditioned in the modern conditioning factors. That's why they go to the restaurants and eat all you can eat and lot of processed food. Yeah. So that is resulting in lot of chronic diseases. We all know, and in the field also we know all the physicians. This processed food is causing all these chronic diseases, but people are not able to know about it. They have this fast food chains ubiquitous. Wherever they go, they are there. And then once you go there, McDonald's restaurant is clean, but the food is so bad. you know
Yeah,
People
yeah.
eating that and then getting into this trouble. Only when they are trouble they come to the clinics and all that. What I am saying is, no, examine when you are healthy and then don't get into traps of this bad eating or not walking or really not sleeping well or not able to manage your mind.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, Doctor, for me, every day, this is how I apply. Like
Yeah.
for like yeah, the commercial food is all over, right? You can see
Yeah.
whatever, but it's your choice. It's always your choice how to
Yeah.
make it. Like, oh, do I have to go to the food
Yeah,
chain,
but
or do
many
I have
people
to
are
cook?
don't have that kind of capacity, Mabel, and then they are used to them even before they realize. You see, and those
Yeah,
kind of people I want to help to understand.
yeah,
Wake up a little bit and pay attention, and then do like
uh-huh.
a cigarette smoking, for example. People know it is
Yes,
bad, they still get into that. So for those people, I wake them up from the dangers of smoking
uh-huh.
and quit and how to quit and like that. This thinking continuously is like a
Mhm.
smoking. Very addictive. You see, most addiction is addiction to our thoughts.
Yes, yeah,
So I
that's right.
ask everybody question: how much time can you be silent? And you will say, oh, maybe a few seconds, and afterwards no. But I say you can be in the silent and use the thought, and also
Hmm.
you can stop it if you want. There are ways to
Hmm.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those kind of things, if you help people to understand and practice, very difficult. It's not going to be
Hmm.
all of a sudden can practice because you
Yeah.
can talk to me and then you go to the next talk. They want to talk to you on your experiences and what you think and all thinking, not in the present and all that. So
Hmm.
that kind of thing is very difficult because it is like a fast word. Overthinking is all over us.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, but if the person, if the individual willing to do,
Yeah.
it's their choice. It's their choice, really
Yeah,
choice.
that is
Because
where the weakness is because they're
yeah,
already addicted to bad food or whatever. Then we have to gently bring them back to what they can do. Many people act like, I don't have any control. I eat what I like, and that's it.
I have one example. I have one example. What is it?
Oh, come back, Mabel. You went out. Yeah, you were telling me an
So
example. Yeah.
one example is this is the um we Asian,
Mm,
um, we are not vegetarian, right?
mm.
So for me, this is it's been a year that I rarely eat this kind of food because the more I age now that I'm in this position and this age now,
Yeah.
so I'm aware that if I eat this kind of food, my blood pressure getting high and my cholesterol is getting high.
Yeah.
So what happened is, if I, it's just that you have to observe your body,
Yeah.
because if you listen to your body, you can feel the sign.
Yeah.
Like for example,
Exactly.
like this is the best example.
Yeah.
Um, before I eat pork,
Mm.
before I eat pork, because that's part of the food, right? So when I reach when I reach 40, I start um observing, and I feeling like every time I eat this kind of food, my blood pressure getting high.
Yeah.
So what I did, and that, this is how I did. I don't stop that food, but I'm cutting off
Yeah.
each,
Progressive.
I cut,
Yeah.
cut,
By.
cut,
Mm.
cut until I stop, or occasionally
Yeah.
I will taste that food. That's it.
See,
It's
there
all
is
because
what is called body intelligence, Mabel. Once you
yes.
listen to the body, it will tell you what it can take, what it cannot take, and all that. I am a vegetarian, right? And I never
Mhm.
tasted what is pork or like that. Okay, so but you can still eat vegetarian food and develop a lot of cholesterol, a lot of
Mhm.
sodium, and the blood pressure goes up and down. See, it's not only the vegetarian, non-vegetarian, but actually
Mhm.
knowing what is really good for my body, for my energy, and all that, and then what kind of work I'm doing and all that. But if you want to be intellectual, if you want to be stationed in the inner realm, then they call what's called sattvic food. That's a separate category where it really helps you to focus and to be thoughtless also sometimes a very very long time. So choosing the right foods is very important, but then so many theories, so many people have. Simple thing is eat natural food, that also fruits and vegetables, that are also seasonal. Whatever season the gives of good fruits and vegetables, start eating that. If you keep that as the main meal, you will be
Mhm.
very healthy. No oils, no salt, no curries, nothing else. you know
Yes,
but how
yes,
many people
that's
can be like
right.
that, though? That's the thing. That's where we have to help people.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
I
it's
know,
just like
th- yeah, a lot of them they make the diet as the pleasure thing, so they miss it and they really feel miserable if they can't taste their tasty things. And also they have this psychological thing. People got used to eating a cookie when they are really upset, and then whenever they're upset, they eat more food. So
yeah, that's right. That's
yeah,
right.
so many levels of complexities are there in the culture as we grow into it. So what I hope to do in this workshop is bringing that awareness to the people who are not paying attention that much. Okay,
Mm,
then the tools to assess that and the tools to reverse that, and also
mm,
be on the journey of the proactive wellness like you are doing. So a lot of
yeah.
people, if they do that properly, then they will
Mm,
be well for a long time, and also don't have to suffer the all these
yeah.
complexities for the chronic disease.
Yeah. This is not only for short term. This is
Yeah,
for long term. It will
exactly.
help you all the way.
Exactly. It is
It
not
is.
going to
Just
happen
like
in a
you.
day or week or month. It has to be, what I tell my patient? Small changes, but
Mm-hmm.
permanent changes.
Mm,
Small
yeah.
but permanent changes. You have to grow into it. Even if you fail, come back to it again. Then you will be successful. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yes.
It's not one day thing. It's not one time thing. It is a continuous
That's
thing.
true.
And then the problem is we get our own conditioning come with. Suppose you are very much into the sweets and you take it away, your system hungers for it, and you go back and you feel like I failed. You know. So those kind of people we have to help. You know.
Yeah. Like for me, sometimes so Dr. Ray,
Yeah.
is there anybody in the line?
No, no, no. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So
Yeah. If they come,
I
I'll
have
tell you.
one
Yeah.
I have one example again, like for me sometimes there's a time that I'm craving sweet.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Mm.
this is what I do, Dr. Rayo. Um, Instead of eating ice cream, I
Yeah.
have yogurt.
Yeah.
So
Good.
my yogurt, I
Mm.
will add different kinds of
Fruit.
nuts
Yeah. Nuts.
and dry
Yeah.
fruits.
Yeah. That's very
Dry
good.
fruit.
Yeah.
So
Actually, fruit should be eaten like that, Mayo, because you mix with the nuts, fruit, and cheese. That's how the fruit has to be eaten. You know,
yeah.
very
So
good, very good. Yeah,
so for my craving, I will go like 4 tablespoons of yogurt,
yeah,
and then I add kind of the dry nuts, the
yeah,
pine nuts, and everything.
yeah,
And for me, after I eat that, I'm already good. I'm
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I'm satisfied.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. That is a correct way of eating the fruit. Because the yogurt, some nuts, and some cheese, and all that. Actually, that's a very healthy thing because of the yogurt. You get the probiotics, so your
Yeah,
gut will be much better that way. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
Very-
that's my trick to my everyday.
Yeah.
If I want to eat something, so
Yeah.
I always choose the best for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I apply for it, and not only for me, and also of course for my Nicola and
Yeah.
my husband.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win, and it's very very helpful.
Yeah, that's important because the most of the women try to take care of the health in the family, and they try to
Yeah,
cook too. So if they are very aware and really have this proactive behavior of selecting the correct foods and all that, that's wonderful for the whole family. Right?
yeah, for like right now it's a flu season, right?
Hmm.
So I observe me and my husband have a different point of view regarding if you are sick. So
Hmm.
for me, my point of view, if you are sick, you have to eat the good food. And
Hmm.
then he was like, "Oh, buy me something for my medication." And then I said like, "Okay, if you have a fever, I will give you medication. If you don't have a fever, I will not. I will give you this kind of fruits or of food that you have to do." And then he was like, "Oh," and but even though he is complaining, but he's still doing it because
Yeah.
so if you have a flu and I have a flu, we already have the same symptoms, right? And then you will not see me that taking this medication, and then why I am healing, and then he will start following me like,
Yeah.
"Okay, you're right." And then I said like, "If you have a fever, I will give you for fever, but
Yeah.
if you are congested, I will give you another trip." And it's so funny because sometimes he will complain, but he don't have a choice to do it.
Yeah.
But
This acute condition like a cold, cough, and all that, we may have to give some symptom relief, sometimes good antibiotic because it could be a pneumonia, bronchitis. That's all okay. But it is a chronic disease that comes slowly because of the eating habits, because of the way we deal with the stress, how we don't sleep correctly. All those things add up. That lifestyles, if you can improve, then like you, there's a lifestyle you are trying to do. Good nutrition is a part of healing too. That is a good wellness measure, right? So those kind of
yeah,
things we are going to talk about in this workshop, which is good.
yeah. Hopefully everyone try this, and yeah, it will be very very helpful. Like for me, I totally agree for that
Yeah,
wellness.
yeah,
Because for me personally, I
yeah,
always choose holistic before I start.
yeah.
The 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 chemical one.
Yeah, you are following the proactive wellness, Mabel. I wish there are more Mabels, but I'm here to help them, though, not to criticize them, and then help them so that they get the ideas and then they can implement. When they are implementing, the challenges come. That's when
Yeah.
I can really be there for them for the help. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Rayo, for
Thank you,
giving
Mabel. You are
for
wonderful. Thank you.
sharing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Yeah, she is really living the proactive wellness because she learns and she tries to apply it. And she is also trying to help her family to be well for the long run. So that is the purpose of this workshop, is to help people to continue what they are doing if they are doing like Mabel is doing, or introduce them to new things if they are new to them, or really understand what they are doing, is that helping them really or not helping, what are the evidence in their own bodies, in their own feelings, in their thoughts, and how that is happening. Suppose you have a mental health issue and you have a physical body issue, you can easily cure them. But my thing is, how can you get you not to go there? From chronic stress, don't go to real problems, and then understand the stress, they understand how you respond, those kind of things we're going to talk about. This workshop is for you to assess yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and then take one thing, one day at a time, one thing at a time. Be compassionate and kind to yourself. And once you understand, like I tell my patients, small but permanent changes. If you can do that, then a lot of habits will go. But then, if you are a smoker, you can't sleep, you can't leave the smoke cold turkey. A lot of times, a lot of people can do, but a lot more people cannot do. Then we have to help them to go along to the point where they can be without smoking, but they are not suffering. But then they understand the health point of view, and then maintain that kind of lifestyle for the not smoking forever. That is what I was trying to do. As a physician, that's how I felt my responsibility, and also not only treat the people who have come for the acute medical conditions, but also pay attention to the chronic diseases and help people if they are young not to get them. If they are already having it, at least try to control them a little bit. Okay. Hopefully, I can see you all there. There is a sign up in my profile. If you want to go and then click on that, see, tell me at least it's working or not. So I just put it with the link and everything to the Zoom. So the thing is, you register by paying that small fee they have put in there, and then you get the Zoom session invite, and that it's a okay. Okay. So, any other questions, any other comments that you want to say? You can come up and ask me questions about the workshop, and ask me about proactive wellness. We can talk about that here and continue that in the workshop too. A lot of questions from Mark is about transformation into our spiritual being. So he has been studying, he has been questioned, but then he's stuck in that mind layer. We call it manomaya kosha. But once he is out of it, he can feel that with his own intuition. I'm sure he will. So Mabel is an example of proactive wellness. She is practicing what she is learning, and that is pretty good. Many people read and forget about it, or try it for a while and forget about it. But she is consistently trying to do that. That is really, commendable. Okay, well, good job, Mabel. So uh, that's what it is. This Saturday, December 7th, 10 a.m. Central, 11 Eastern, the workshop will start on Zoom, and then I will discuss all the theoretical and existing wellness measures that we can understand, and we can assess ourselves, and then we can take up some measures that we want to change slowly. And then afternoon, actually that session will show you a lot of things that practically you can do. What do you do after you get up from the sleep? What do you do during the day? What do you do before you go to sleep? And what do you do for the nutrition? What do you do for the exercise, optimal exercise? What do you do to sleep and rest? And what do you do uh, to control your mind management? So we will really focus on the four pillars of the wellness in different angles and according to people's problems and questions. Otherwise, you'll have a general what I'm doing. You will get it in 2 hours. You will get my daily routine and also some specific things that people want to know. For example, somebody has comes with a back pain. I will show you what you can do, assessing whether the back pain is severe. That's why you have to go to the hospital and get the imaging done, or is there something that you can fix it yourself? Just knowing that will save a lot of trouble for you. Suppose you don't have to go to the hospital, and then you can there's the muscle pull. You don't know how to relax certain muscles. Then we can show you postures that you can do. Suppose you come to me and says, I have the overthinking mind. It doesn't stop. It's going all the time. I would like to have a break. Then we'll talk about how you can still the mind and how you can. It doesn't happen right away. At least you will start doing that, and then over the weeks and months you practice, you will have that. Okay, so that's the aim of it. But probably I will do these holistic wellness workshops down the line so that people maybe participate more and then really bring their own assessment and then look into what is possible, what they can do. Okay, they can always work with their uh, healthcare provider. That's actually good because before you do this on a continuous basis, check with your own doctor, check with your own healthcare provider, and make sure you are fit to do any exercise program. Okay, that's a general warning we always give to people. But if you want to just understand what are the struggles in going to the uh, processed free food, there's non-processed food. Right? Let's say, suppose you want to go there. What is that you want to understand? What is processed food? What is not? How can you choose them? How can you prepare them? How can you consume them? And how can you dispose of the waste responsibly? You can enter that nutrition. Suppose you say, I am very fatigued, I cannot really, have the energy, then we'll go into that. Maybe it is a serious disease like a heart disease, then you cannot be put on so many exercise. But suppose you are fatigued because you have not kept your physical fitness up to date, then we can show you that. Okay. So there is a way to approach this proactive wellness. There is an expectation of right away is not possible, but the expectation as you get into this is possible. And modern lifestyles lots of times may not give you time and energy to get into a good lifestyle pattern. But these kind of education sessions, I'm sure you will get a lot about yourself. But this particular workshop is going to focus on you. So whoever comes, maybe 10 people, 20 people, I'm going to give them an opportunity to present their particular illness and then work on that. So thank you. Anybody else want to come up? This is the time you can come up and then we can talk about it. Okay. I'm following people who are visiting me here. That's what I do as a courtesy. I hope you understood what I'm going to do on the December 7th. First, I'm going to open up at 10 Central and introduce the workshop intentions and goals. And you can listen to me or come up and ask questions related to the productive illness and how you can be on the journey or to the holistic wellness, and we'll take a lunch after that. Then in the afternoon session is completely practical. How you do your breathing, or you do your exercises appropriate to you, how do you keep your mind, how do you sleep well, and how do you understand inner mechanisms and all that. Okay. All in all, it is going to be educational based on research findings and also based on the past wisdom of the ancients. When you combine modern science and the ancient wisdom, we are the winners. You don't have to be prejudiced about anything. You cannot just say, oh, this is not scientific. And that is kind of ignorance. A lot of scientists and doctors are. But then once you expose your ignorance, then you can learn a lot. Okay, and then apply that to practically, rationally, and in a common sensical way. And then you also realize you cannot change all of a sudden. It has to be very slow. Okay, people may heard me on several topics and all that, but I always come back to the wellness, proactive wellness. What are the things you can do proactively before something goes wrong, proactively, so that you get benefit of being well for a long time and enjoy? Okay, that way you can spend your time, you can pursue your interest, you can do your relationship much better, much longer, and enjoy yourself, and then live the life of a monk. Is not going to be possible for everybody, but some shades of it giving into your own life will definitely add so much quality into that. I will see you on Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Central. Okay, the sign up link is in my profile if you want to sign up, or you can send me a DM and we will send you the link. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.